Are you struggling to clear your software testing interviews or feeling overwhelmed by the vast syllabus of QA certifications? Most candidates fail not because they lack knowledge, but because they haven't practiced the right exam-style questions. In this video, we will cover software testing interview questions and answers, QA certification exam prep MCQ. Master your software testing interview with this comprehensive MCQ guide. In this video, we dive deep into 30 essential software testing multiple choice questions covering everything from SDLC, test levels, and black box techniques to test management and tools. Make sure to grab a pen and paper to track your score as we go through these realistic exam scenarios. Which of the following is a primary objective of software testing? Option A. To prove that the software has no remaining defects. Option B. To increase the cost of development by finding bugs late. Option C. To provide information about the quality of the software to stakeholders. Option D. To ensure that the development team is punished for errors. The correct answer is C. The primary goal of testing is to gain confidence in the software and provide stakeholders with a clear picture of its quality and risks. Testing can show that defects are present, but it cannot prove that a system is 100% defect-free, which relates to the absence of errors fallacy. By providing this information, stakeholders can make informed decisions about releasing the product. In a V-model lifecycle, what is the counterpart to system requirements during the testing phase? Option A. Unit testing. Option B. Integration testing. Option C. System testing. Option D. Acceptance testing. The correct answer is C. In the V-model, each development phase has a corresponding testing phase. System requirements are verified during system testing. Component unit testing corresponds to the detailed design, and acceptance testing usually corresponds to the user requirements or business requirements phase. Which testing technique is performed without executing the code? Option A. White box testing. Option B. Static testing. Option C. Dynamic testing. Option D. Regression testing. The correct answer is B. Static testing involves manual examination, reviews, walkthroughs, inspections, or automated analysis of the code documentation without actually running the program. This is highly effective for finding defects early in the SDLC, such as syntax errors or logic flaws in requirements, which are much cheaper to fix than bugs found during execution. A system accepts an input value, age, between 18 and 60, inclusive, using boundary value analysis. Which set of values would you test? Option A. 18, 19, 59, 60. Option B. 17, 18, 60, 61. Option C. 10, 20, 50, 70. Option D. 17, 18, 19, 59, 60, 61. The correct answer is B. Boundary value analysis, BVA, focuses on the edges of the input range. For an inclusive range of 18 to 60, the boundaries are the minimum, 18, and maximum, 60. To test the boundaries effectively, you test the values exactly on the boundary and those just outside. 17 and 61. Note: some variations use 3-point BVA. 17, 18, 19 and 59, 60. 61. But the standard two-point approach focuses on the boundary and the immediate invalid neighbor. Which document describes the scope, approach, resources, and schedule of intended testing activities? Option A, test case. Option B, test summary report. Option C, test plan. Option D, bug report. The correct answer is C. A test plan is a high-level document that outlines the strategy for testing a project. It includes the scope, what to test and what not to test, the techniques to be used, the resources required, hardware, people, and the timeline. It acts as a roadmap for the entire testing team. What is the term for a human action that produces an incorrect result? Option A, defect. Option B, error. Option C, failure. Option D, bug. The correct answer is B. According to standard terminology, like ISTQB, an error, or mistake, is a human action. This error can lead to a defect or bug in the software code or documentation. If that defect is executed, it may cause a failure of the system not doing what it is supposed to do. Which of the following is a black box testing technique? Option A, statement coverage. Option B, decision coverage. Option C, equivalence partitioning. Option D, path testing. The correct answer is C. Equivalence partitioning is a black box, specification-based technique because it focuses on the inputs and outputs without looking at the internal code. Structure, statement, decision, and path testing are white box, structure-based techniques because they require knowledge of the internal logic and code. What is the main goal of regression testing? Option A, to find as many new bugs as possible in new features. Option B, to ensure that changes have not adversely affected existing functionality. Option C, to test the system for the first time. Option D, to check if the system meets user requirements. The correct answer is B. Regression testing is performed after code changes, like bug fixes or new features, to ensure that the previously working parts of the software are still functioning correctly. It prevents regressions, where old features break due to new updates. A defect that is not found by testers but is found by the customer is called Option A, latent defect. Option B, mask defect. Option C, regression defect. Option D, escape defect. The correct answer is D. An escape defect is a bug that was not caught during the internal testing phases and reached the end-user or production environment. Minimizing escape defects is a key metric for evaluating the effectiveness of a testing process. Which type of tool is used to track the status of bugs found during testing? Option A, performance testing tool. Option B, test management tool. Option C, defect management tool. Option D, static analysis tool. The correct answer is C. Defect management tools, like Jira, Bugzilla, or HP-OM, are specifically designed to record, track, and manage the lifecycle of a defect from identification to closure. While test management tools often include defect tracking, the specific category for bug status tracking is defect management. Which principle states that if the same tests are repeated over and over, eventually they will no longer find new bugs? Option A. Absence of errors fallacy. Option B. Pesticide paradox. Option C. Defect clustering. Option D. Early testing. The correct answer is B. The pesticide paradox suggests that if you use the same set of test cases repeatedly, the system eventually becomes immune to them. Bugs are fixed, and no new ones are discovered by those specific tests. To find new bugs, testers must constantly review and update their test cases. What is the primary focus of integration testing? Option A. Individual modules in isolation. Option B. The system as a whole. Option C. Interfaces between components or systems. Option D. User business processes. The correct answer is C. Integration testing focuses on the communication and data flow between different modules or systems. It aims to identify issues that occur when two or more components interact, even if those components worked perfectly fine during individual unit testing. Which of the following is an example of non-functional testing? Option A. Checking if the login button redirects to the dashboard. Option B. Verifying that the system can handle 10,000 concurrent users. Option C. Ensuring the calculation for interest rates is correct. Option D. Validating that the save function stores data in the database. The correct answer is B. Functional testing. A, C, D. Checks what the system does. Behavior versus requirements. Non-functional testing. B. Checks how the system performs under specific conditions. Examples include performance, load, stress, usability, and security testing. What is the entry criteria in a test plan? Option A. The conditions that must be met to stop testing. Option B. The conditions that must be met to begin a specific testing activity. Option C. The list of bugs found during the first week. Option D. The process of hiring new testers. The correct answer is B. Entry criteria define the prerequisites that must be satisfied before testing can start. Common examples include: the test environment is ready, test data is available, and the code has been successfully deployed. Exit criteria, conversely, define when it is safe to stop testing. In a formal inspection, who is responsible for leading the meeting? Option A, the author. Option B, the moderator. Option C, the scribe. Option D, the manager. The correct answer is B. In a formal inspection process, the moderator, or facilitator, leads the meeting, ensures the agenda is followed, and manages the discussion. The author created the work, the scribe records the defects, and the manager usually does not participate in the technical detail to avoid pressure. Retesting is also known as Option A, regression testing. Option B, confirmation testing. Option C, sanity testing. Option D, smoke testing. The correct answer is B. Confirmation testing, or retesting, is the process of running a test that failed previously to confirm that the defect has been successfully fixed. It is different from regression testing, which checks if other parts of the system were broken by the fix. Which testing level is usually performed by the end users? Option A, unit testing. Option B, system testing. Option C, acceptance testing. Option D, integration testing. The correct answer is C. User acceptance testing, UAT, is typically the final stage of testing before the software goes live. It is performed by the clients or end users to ensure the system meets their business needs and is ready for production use. Which white box coverage metric is considered the strongest among these? Option A, statement coverage. Option B, decision coverage. Option C, branch coverage. Option D, condition coverage. The correct answer is B. While strongest can be subjective depending on the context, decision coverage, which is often synonymous with branch coverage, is stronger than statement coverage because 100% decision coverage guarantees 100% statement coverage, but not vice versa. Condition coverage focuses on individual Boolean expressions but doesn't necessarily cover all outcomes of a decision unless combined. What does a burn-down chart represent in Agile testing? Option A, the number of defects found per day. Option B, the remaining work versus time in a sprint. Option C, the temperature of the server room. Option D, the performance of the testing team compared to developers. The correct answer is B. In Agile methodologies, a burn-down chart is a graphical representation of work left to do versus time. It helps the team track progress toward completing the sprint backlog and identifying if the team is on track to finish the committed tasks. Testing that focuses on how well the system behaves is Option A, structural testing. Option B, functional testing. Option C, non-functional testing. Option D, change-related testing. The correct answer is C. Non-functional testing attributes include usability, efficiency, reliability, and maintainability. It answers the question, how does the system work? Single quote, e.g., how fast is it? How secure is it? Rather than, what does the system do? Single quote. When a developer cannot reproduce a bug reported by a tester, the bug status is often set to Option A, fixed. Option B, closed. Option C, rejected, not reproducible. Option D, deferred. The correct answer is C. If a developer tries to replicate the steps in the bug report but the software behaves correctly, they will usually mark the bug as rejected or not reproducible. This highlights the importance of clear, step-by-step instructions and environment details in bug reports. Which principle states that testing should start as early as possible in the SDLC? Option A, pesticide paradox. Option B, early testing. Option C, defect clustering. Option D, absence of errors fallacy. The correct answer is B. The early testing principle emphasizes that testing activities, like reviews, should begin as soon as requirements or designs are available. This is because finding and fixing defects early is significantly cheaper and easier than finding them during the final execution phases. Which technique uses a table to represent complex business logic with multiple input combinations? Option A. State transition testing. Option B. Decision table testing. Option C. Equivalence partitioning. Option D. Use case testing. The correct answer is B. Decision tables are ideal for systems with complex logic where different combinations of inputs, conditions, result in different actions. It ensures that every possible combination of conditions is considered, preventing logic gaps in the test suite. What is alpha testing? Option A. Testing performed by potential customers at their own locations. Option B. Testing performed by the development team at the customer site. Option C. Testing performed by potential customers or an independent test team at the developer's site. Option D. Testing performed by the automated tool for the first time. The correct answer is C. Alpha testing is a type of acceptance testing performed at the developer's site, but usually by people outside the immediate development team, like a separate QA team or invited users. Beta testing, by contrast, happens at the user's own location. Static analysis tools are primarily used by Option A. Business analysts. Option B. Developers. Option C. End users. Option D. Customers. The correct answer is B. Static analysis tools, like SonarQube or ESLint, examine the source code without executing it. They are primarily used by developers to find coding standard violations, potential memory leaks, or security vulnerabilities during the coding phase. What is smoke testing? Option A. Exhaustive testing of every feature. Option B. Testing to ensure the most critical functions work after a build. Option C. Testing conducted by the client before signing the contract. Option D. A test to see if the computer emits smoke. The correct answer is B. Smoke testing, also called build verification testing, is a suite of tests run on each new build to verify that the critical functionalities work. If the smoke test fails, the build is rejected, saving time that would otherwise be wasted on deeper testing of a broken build. The difference between severity and priority is: Option A. Severity is about business impact. Priority is about technical impact. Option B. Severity is the impact on the system. Priority is the order in which it should be fixed. Option C. They are the same thing. Option D. Severity is determined by the manager. Priority by the tester. The correct answer is B. Severity describes the technical impact of a bug, e.g., does it crash the system? Priority describes the business importance, e.g., how fast do we need to fix this? A cosmetic spelling error on the home page has low severity but might have high priority for the marketing department. Which of the following is an example of exploratory testing? Option A. Following a strictly documented test script. Option B. Concurrent test design and execution without predefined test cases. Option C. Automating a regression suite using Selenium. Option D. Reviewing the requirements document for errors. The correct answer is B. Exploratory testing is an informal technique where the tester learns the system, designs the tests, and executes them all at the same time. It relies on the tester's skill and intuition to find defects that scripted tests might miss. The concept of traceability in testing refers to Option A. Tracking the location of testers during work hours. Option B. The relationship between requirements, design, and test cases. Option C. Tracing the physical cable connections in a network. Option D. Determining which developer wrote which line of code. The correct answer is B. Requirement traceability ensures that every requirement is covered by at least one test case. It allows you to see the impact of a change in requirements on the test suite and ensures that all business needs are validated during the testing cycle. Which technique is best for testing a system that behaves differently based on previous actions? Option A. Equivalence partitioning. Option B. Boundary value analysis. Option C. State transition testing. Option D. Error guessing. The correct answer is C. State transition testing is used when the system's output or behavior depends not just on the current input, but also on what happened before its current state. An example is an ATM machine that behaves differently if you have already entered the wrong PIN twice. That wraps up our 30-question deep dive into software testing fundamentals. How many did you get right? Comment your score below and let us know which domain was the toughest for you. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more QA interview prep content. Don't forget to check the link in the description for the full software testing MCQ course. For the full 500+ question bank and practice exams, check out the comprehensive course link in the description below.